Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, now and forever. Amen.
When I whet my flashing sword, and my hand takes hold on judgment, I will take vengeance upon mine enemies, and I will repay those who hate me. O Lord, raise me to thy right hand and count me among thy saints.
And I am reminded on this holy day of the sad story of Kitty Genovese. As you all may remember, a long time ago, almost 30 years ago, this poor soul cried out for help time and time again, but no person answered her calls. Though many saw, no one so much as called the police. They all just watched as Kitty was being stabbed to death in broad daylight. They watched as her assailant walked away. Now, we must all fear evil men. But there is another kind of evil which we must fear most, and that is the indifference of good men.
Whoever sheds man's blood, by man shall his blood be shed. For in the image of God made he man.
Destroy all this which is evil, so that which is good may flourish.
The question is not how far. The question is, do you possess the Constitution, the depth of faith to go as far as is needed? When I whet my flashing sword, and my hand takes hold on judgment, I will take vengeance upon mine enemies, and I will repay those who hate me. O Lord, raise me to thy right hand and count me among thy saints. Never shall innocent blood be shed, yet the blood of the wicked shall flow like a river. The three shall spread their blackened wings and be the vengeful striking hammer of God.
You to the back! The camera! The fucking camera! Hands up! Drop your gun! One at a time, now! Drop it!
What are you taking? What are you doing? What are you
Shut
doing?
the fuck up! Get to the back! You people have been chosen to reveal our existence to the world. You will witness what happens here today, and you will tell of it later. All eyes to the front.
Now's a good time to fucking
Shut your fucking mouth!
You must watch, dear. It'll all be over soon.
save us.
We do not ask for your poor or your hungry.
We do not want your tired and sick.
It is your corrupt we claim.
It is your evil that will be sought by us.
With every breath, we shall hunt them down.
Each day we will spill their blood till it rains down from the skies.
Do not kill, do not rape, do not steal. These are principles which every man of every faith can embrace.
These are not polite suggestions. These are codes of behavior. And those of you that ignore them will pay the dearest cost.
There are varying degrees of evil. We urge you lesser forms of filth, not to push the bounds and cross over into true corruption, into our domain.
But if you do, one day you will look behind you and you will see we three. And on that day, you will reap it.
And we will send you to whatever God you wish.
And shepherds we shall be, for thee, my Lord, for thee. Power hath descended forth from thy hand. May swiftly carry out thy command. So we shall flow river forth to thee, and teeming with souls shall it ever be.
In nomine Patri.
Et Filii, Spiritus Sancti.
People once believed that when someone dies, a crow carries their soul to the land of the dead.
But sometimes something so bad happens that a terrible sadness is carried with it, and the soul can't rest.
Then sometimes, just sometimes, the crow can bring the soul back to put things right.
Things can never be right. My soul will never rest.
And I shall count thee among my favored sheep, and you shall have the protection of all the angels in heaven.
That was one of the finest examples of spiritual guidance I've ever had the good fortune to witness.
It was wonderful, wasn't it? Mysterious ways, I tell you, mysterious ways.
I leave this as a declaration of intent, so no one will be confused. 1. Sic vis pacem parabellum. Latin. The boot camp sergeant made us recite it like a prayer. Sic vis pacem parabellum. If you want peace, prepare for war. Number 2. Frank Castle is dead. He died with his family. Number 3. In certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Now you're probably wondering why I threw both those intros in there. It's because they both play a part in all this. And over time, you're going to see how the Benoit case, based off the evidence collected and the investigation done, continuously connects. But we're going to start with what caused my children to end up in care. So this is my disclosure. They say you're not supposed to share it, but apparently after 6 months it doesn't matter. When you file a complaint to LICA, which is Internal Affairs for the police, and report fabricated documents, despite there being no statute of limitations for a lot of this, it being a criminal offense, they will tell you you only have 6 months from the time a report is made, or from the time an occurrence happens to the time the report is made, in order to make it fair for all parties. So in other words, they tell you, too bad, It is what it is, and it's not in the public interest, so they're not going to pursue it. Now, again, they also tell you they're going to send a copy of it to the sergeant or whoever's in charge of the police station at the time. So we have Bergen. This is Richard Hammond. He's the chief of police. So here he is, lawyer Hamilton, chief of police, 2024, 2018. Still the chief of police, right? Look at this, Toronto police, 2004. Yeah, that's not a big deal. But there he is again in 2018 as a superintendent. So how is it he's getting over $100,000, 2 different jobs here? That's where a lot of this starts off as far as where your money's going, where your taxes go. Why were taxes so high? But we're going to continue. So yeah, he was sent a copy of my complaint where nothing happened except one thing, which we'll get to. So here's S. Gladman, 1440. Interesting thing. So apparently it says we have 5 verbal domestics. That's not true. There are 2 in which 2 times the cops were called, which I protected my ex-wife from committing suicide. Yeah, Jay Peters, all of a sudden has multiple verbal domestics reports with other partners on file. But up here, apparently we have 5. So now I'm being blamed for her other domestics, showing that she has a history of domestic. So yes, we're notified. Da, 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 da. So yes, the apartment was dirty. I will give them not as dirty as they're claiming. And we will get to that at some point. An apartment can always be cleaned. It's not grounds to take your child away, remove your parental rights. So all of a sudden, Gladman and Peplow, after arresting my ex-wife, came back. Well, they claimed that there was grounds to arrest me off a video that they used entrapment to get me to provide. And Peplow had me send it to Gladman's email. I need. Otherwise, we were both going to be arrested, and I didn't want the kids in care. But it's the fact that as soon as he said, I want you to send it to, and then he stopped, there was a good 3 to 4 seconds before he gave Gladman's email. Already I found it suspicious. Why not his email? But we'll keep going. See, on Sunday, June 23rd, Police CS obtained supervisor information in regard to the occurrence. Now, why would you need to call back again? If you had already called and talked to the children's aid, why are you calling to get Katrina Booma's supervisor, who's Sherry Comer? And Jeff Black was the one you talked to? Okay, well, let's check this out. So we will go. Let's check out what we have here. And I don't, they've left me no choice, like I've said. If you look into it, children's aid, they're never held accountable. And there's a reason for that, which we will get to as well. But I'm not putting up with their shit. Everyone else has lost their kid or children because they've jumped through their hoops, because they bent the knee. They have the power they have because we allow them to have it. It's time to take it back. How is it you can't talk about a case while it's in court because it's being dealt with, but then you can't talk about it afterwards either? That's not transparency. That's not accountability. That's silence. That's enslavement. So, that being said, let's see here. There it is there. So Jay Black, right? Jay Black at HamiltonCAS.com. Justin G. Black. Well, that's not Jeff. Hamilton CAS. S. Paving Road. That's not even Canada. How could that be? Surely we must be wrong. Let's try let's try Sherry. Actually, we'll try Katrina Buma here first. Clearly, there must be something wrong. Oh, K Buma, HamiltonCAS.com. Look at that, Hamilton. That makes sense. Sherry Comer. Well, how can that be? Sherry Comer at HamiltonCAS.com. Jennifer Gilman? She's in Texas. Huh. Well, that seems odd. So that just seems really, and it's Peplo that made the complaint, right? Okay. Well, let's see. That's fine. Just go ahead. So this is the data. set includes 30,000 employees working in the public sector's Salary Disclosure Act, meaning it's for the public to see so they can more open and accountable for taxpayers. It requires organizations that receive public funding from the province of Ontario to make public by March 31st each year names, positions, salaries, and total taxable benefits of employees over $100,000. Each employee is disclosed with name, employer, position, salaries. And if there is a person with the same name, it's not going to be split up as like employee 1, employee 2, employee 3. And we'll get to that by showing you another interesting one first, just to prove my point. Rob Ford. So Rob Ford, City of Toronto. Okay. Counselor. Okay. But that's odd. We have counselor. Okay. Rob Ford, 2024, registered nurse. 2021, 2020, 2019, registered nurse, Rob Ford. Well, Rob Ford died March 22nd, 2016. But as you can see, he's got a heart and he cares about people. He became a nurse. Even after death, this guy makes more money than I do in a couple years. Which brings me to another issue. Right here, hospital and boards of public health, right? $177 million shortfall. How are you missing $177 million? We'll continue. So we looked at Katrina Boomas. We looked at Sherry Combs. The only one who registered back as Hamilton was Katrina Boomer, interestingly enough. So let's look at this entire page, which is completely black. So here I am, contacting the Crown. If the evidence relevant to the guilt, innocence, or punishment of the defendant, then the prosecution is required by law to turn it over to the defense. So I would like everything you are trying to use against me, as well as the redactions, be removed. If Brittany is the complainant, I have the right to face my accuser in trial, and I would be exercising that right as well as my right to obtain all evidence the prosecutor plans to use against me. My failure to provide this is in violation of the oath taken when the Crown decided to appoint you as prosecutor, Crown attorney. Not to mention, it is also your legal duty to perform a proper investigation into the case you are trying to get a conviction for, meaning they're supposed to investigate to make sure it's even worth pursuing. It's their job requirement. That being said, I am requesting the video you have. So the video I was forced to send, which they then altered by changing the codecs, which changes the metadata and changes what's actually seen in the video because the pixels change. The 911 tape, from what I call 911 cruiser tapes, any and all other evidence collected against me, as well as redactions removed as something is being hidden that pertains to my defense. This will be the second time I've asked and was refused in court. On the record, please provide all documents in a timely fashion. This has already gone on longer than it needed to. Because the prosecutor often does not provide this information automatically, your lawyer will contact the Crown Prosecutor's Office before your trial, formally request disclosure. Because the obligation to provide disclosure is ongoing, the Crown Prosecutor must keep giving you new and relevant evidence as it becomes available. You can discuss this during your free trial. With respect to your disclosure request, we can advise that redaction or reply to sentence will not be removed. Redacted copies of 911 calls have been requested from police. HPS cruisers are not equipped with cameras. I've also asked for the underground cameras from the garage, the parking garage. There was a bunch of stuff I asked for, but basically she's telling me to go fuck myself. There. Even the bail verification form. They're just ignoring to do anything about it. Their response to me demanding all evidence. I can find it. Oh, yeah, because I sent them the actual video and they refused to take it. They were fine with the video they had from the police after it was edited. But the reason that gets interesting. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go here. Ontario.ca. Up on the darknet. A bunch of leaks. In fact, it's still happening now. That was 25 results per day. 24, 23, 22, 21. You're in COVID. Pretty busy. 2013. Actually, 2012, 2011. Then nothing. Threw a few through here just to see how it went. 2012, a little more. 2013, it started to pick up. Right here, here, here. There's your Ontario government board. Compromised employees, 189. Compromised users. High risk. But not done. And notice, like I said, no offense stayed here. That's the Crown's package. Crown's brief cover. Think of Britney guitars. Britanny. Brittany. So there's a complete redacted page that's apparently sensitive. Right? Brittany. So they got her name spelled right there. So you have Pevlo, they called CAS, to talk to Katrina Puma. Witness statement taken on scene. No. It was essentially supposed to be a victim statement, which they got while I was under duress using entrapment, which I never signed all pages. I was never shown it to be able to delete anything I didn't want to give or agree to. And again, here I'm being accused of 5 incidences. Video provided by the accused. I was not the accused at the time. Like I said, the video was to keep both of us from jail. It's not the case that we want to care. Decline to partake. So when you do not partake in this, they write whatever they want. Is this a male on female assault? Well, does that really matter? I mean, essentially, it doesn't establish who's at fault. This is designed to automatically make the male the one to blame. So, because we failed to cooperate, that essentially would mean they made all this up. How did they get this information if she failed to cooperate? Apparently, I minimized assaults. There's the subject, the victim, witness to family violence. So they're supposed to describe it. They failed to do that. Glad I felt that. 1440 a survey. Yeah, exactly. Pay attention to that. Oh, there's another redacted page. Another redacted. Another redacted. Another redacted. Redacted. This goes on and on. Oh, and here we go. Here's where it gets interesting. PC Gladman, as I have here. Dumbass put the wrong badge number when fabricating this. So we'll go back up to the top here. Gladman Badge number is 1440. DC Gladman, 1450. Signature. Okay. I know it says you can just put at the top, it says all you need to do after the first page is put this and this. But it doesn't change the fact that without a signature on here, it becomes questionable. Yeah, redacted. Notice the victims of crime, we didn't receive this until the day after the court date, and we received it by mail to an apartment we were not supposed to be at, according to the crowd. Declined to partake. We were, yeah. So again, he declined, I declined. Guitard, Britan. So they ran an offense record report with a name that's not hers. No charges found. They ran mine, no charges found. But that's my information, so why is that redacted? Again, redacted, redacted. And wrong name. My name's perfect. Redacted, 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 redacted. And here. So they can spell her name right again. On 18 a.m. Sergeant Mendit. City. See, I was arrested the next day. Oh, and here it is. Now all of a sudden her name's spelled with two T's and two N's. No constable. Spelled properly there. Monday, October 26th. A neighbor could hear arguing. The time says 2:50. CAS worker Sarah Simpson. Back. Health Sciences, according to Ontario Treasury Board. Clinical manager. So, 2024, she apparently works at the Catholic District School Board. 2020, which is when this would have been taken place. She's Lakeridge Health. And yes, they spelled her name wrong on purpose. They do that often. It says Sara. social worker. She is a social worker. It's for St. Joe's. We'll keep going. Redacted, 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 redacted. That is over 41% of my disclosure that's redacted. That's for more than what they claim. So again, it's just the same report over and over again. This time they've got CS worker's name redacted. Regarding the verbal domestic and condition of the apartment. They never came in the apartment. The verbal domestic was actually me preventing her from jumping off the jolly cut, which we'll get into, because that ties into everything. And Coast came that day. I was actually quite pissed off because all they did was hand her a card and leave. She placed a safety offer. No, oh yeah, they offered her a place of safety. She's staying in the residence. Sleeping in my car. No DV pamphlet offered. No place of safety offered. Again, constable. No constable. She admits to having postpartum depression, PTSD, anxiety, and I don't know if she mentions it here, but so basically with all that, they decided, even with her being suicidal, they decided that I should be the one to leave. So they left the children in a dangerous situation.
Chance to speak during her sentencing hearing on Friday, she declined again. The 27-year-old was given 3 consecutive life sentences. She admitted to detectives to suffocating her 3 kids, a 3-year-old boy, a 2-year-old girl, and a 7-month-old baby girl. During one murder, she sung a lullaby. Her defense attorney said they may never fully understand why Henry killed her children, but factors include postpartum depression, mood disorder, fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, her social history, and a lack of support.
I would like to say that we believe the sentence in this case is appropriate. We can never bring back the lives of these 3 children, but Rachel is ready to begin to make up for this unfathomable loss of her children by spending the rest of her life in natural prison.
The state told the court how law enforcement, firefighters, and legal teams were personally impacted by the case.
Some of the personnel, the first responders, are still in therapy and have been affected by what happened, even though this was 5 years ago.
The state requested $30,000 in restitution for the impact it had on those who worked the case. That hearing is set for April. Family didn't have anything to share following the sentencing.
So I had to restart it again because, well, the demons and the corrupt don't want this information getting out, but they can suck a big fat dick. This is like the 7th time, so I'm going to play it and talk over it for the most part. Attempt to, anyway. So yeah, as you see here, Brittany was the dominant one. Nope. Yes, Brittany was the dominant one. So they claim that I was protecting myself and Brittany and from further harm. Then they claim it was excessive force, which is pretty hard to prove Because there has to be intent for assault. There wasn't an intention for assault. Not on my part. But either way, keep looking. Oh, yes, Peel units, which is interesting because the number called, well, Brittany and this cocksucker there are alone from 6:30 to 8 o'clock with a Peel number. It shows up on my phone bill. Arun Paul's name spelled wrong, of course, just like in the CAS documents. Petlow will be spelled Petlow. It's a habit of theirs. I say I struck her in the face and it was excessive, like fist. Two more police. Like the whole corruption thing with the 9 officers that were just arrested in Toronto. They stood up saying how it's unacceptable. Corruption is not allowed in the police force. Well, somebody has to take the fall, I suppose. There you have it. Steam places. There's where the money's going for the health department and the education system. Want to know why you can't get a trial quick enough? Why the justice wheel moves so slow? Because it's designed to. They're draining our resources. Our money, you know. You keep a case in court for a couple of years, a lawyer clears 10 grand from legal aid. Then CAS will all of a sudden decide, well, you know, it's been too long in court. We have to we have to figure something out here. The kids need stability. Yeah, but where was that during all the settlement conferences? Through there again. CAS and the police work together. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it wrong. As crazy as it sounds, the evidence all points at it. And continue to point at it. The government is corrupt. When the Bible talks about the beast in Revelation, it's talking about a system, a corporation, or an organization with absolutely no accountability, no transparency, nothing but what they want. It's pure and utter chaos. It's a system designed to oppress for only those who are, working for the devil to gain. And that's why you have. Stuck in the face. In the face of my face. She's biting me. So in an attempt to get my arm free and block her from biting me a second time, close, open hand, not close, as they say. I believe that my ex planned part of this with her husband's sister. But not smart enough to figure out it was me who arrested her. You think he's a professional hunter. Well, why would that matter unless you were doing something involving demons and witchcraft? But the answer to that question is I might not be professional, but I am definitely one who's been hunting demons. I wouldn't give myself the title professional. In order to be a professional, I guess technically you have to be paid for. Well, I guess yeah, in a sense, I was paid for it, but I still wouldn't say professional quite yet. Look at her disclosure. All the same redactions. Been together for 4 years. She has reports with previous partners, but they put those on me. All the redactions in the same area, meant to protect the accuser. Right? Oh, that phone number 289-389-7801. That's not Brittany's phone number. That phone number belongs to R. Gibson. Happens to be somebody else who that name shows up working for the government. But when my daughter first went to the home she went into a home where the people, there's a room, but it's spelled wrong. But it was supposed to be 271 Wexford Avenue South, but they sold that place. And who lived down the road from them at 111 Wexford Avenue South was an R. Gibson. Going to a room call. So I called because, given the evidence I have, it suggests he's using the credentials of someone else. The only picture you could find of him online was the same one going back 10 years. And he happens to look similar to a wanted person. A little bit of plastic surgery could potentially change that. But this makes things even worse. That's who Children's Aid hires. But now Children's Aid doesn't have very good hiring practices after all. See, that is a concern. It's an ED call. That's not group. Oh, well, that's the name that comes up on his email address, saying he lives in the States. Santosh Kurakos. That's another worker that showed up. Santosh Kurakos. Arun Santosh. Arun Paul. Arun Paul. So these suggest, oh, there's Roy. These suggest that, they're just reusing certain names. Kanjapali. That's the police station. I might have pronounced that wrong. I'm that's probably even his name. It's the fact that the names keep showing up. personnel, another one. The names from Jones Aid employee. Oh, wait, the rows here. So there's that D again. Now that's Renee. Apparently have paranoid ideas and conspiracy ideology. And a mental evaluation is requested. There it is again, Megan D. Phillips. Now, we'll get back here. Renee D. phone search. Okay, so the phone doesn't even come back to her. Megan, that's supposed to be Megan Scott. Comes up Megan Phillips, Megan D. Phillips, Megan Phillips Cash. Megan CAS. Josh CAS. Joshua CAS. These are all the aliases. Oh, look at that. That one's on government watch list. Truth and Justice. So this is Hamilton Child and Family Supports. That's what I put in there. Oh, I got 167 pages, 160 pages of dead children. 224 of them were suicides. Truth and Justice. Suicides will rise. The USA leaders wicked. We're destined for greatness. That's more about me. The double-edged sword. My God, Jesus, truth. For some reason, you guys have a lot of people who got demons on them. They keep getting in the way of my past. And you maybe have you're a healer who's able to exorcise demons out of people. These demons, and those demons are being seen as your light shining on those demons. Yeah. So basically, it's saying again, I'm a hunter. You guys have a lot of people who got demons. Yeah. So that's just that one again. That's just other numbers that show up for Children's Aid. Oh, yourself. See, you're this hunter. Could have been a situation with bad friends, like the party tried to red room you. It says red rum, but it means they tried to kill me. Make it look like an OD, but you moved out of the way. Divine timing, divine intervention. Some might call it. Now, the group, or a portion of the group that was trying to, it's called Wandering Souls. Wandering Souls. Maria Sullivan. But what it also calculates to is divine separation. See, it's happening in the States, right? Workers wear professional kidnapper t-shirts. Tribulation beginning. I've got secret plan. 26. You believe in miracles? You will soon go home. Stars of Sirius. Encode the Supreme Court. Precision over accuracy. Funny, it reminds me of Walter O'Brien when he built the software that they used to bomb Baghdad. He built it for speed over accuracy, and that caused a lot of people to be hurt because he didn't know what it was being used for. He was told it was going to be used to drop care packages. Accepting my fate. The chosen one. Time to shock the world. So I'm going to show something here. Facebook. CPS employee charged with 11 counts of tampering with records, falsifying her credentials.
This is not the time to stay silent. It is time to get loud, and then we get louder, and then after we get louder, we get the loudest. We will no longer be ignored. This has gone on for far too long. If you are not with your children this Christmas, I need you to understand that before you were formed in the womb, God knew that this Christmas you would be without your children. You have been chosen to do things that only God can choose you to do. And I understand that it hurts, and I understand that sometimes you break down and you have those moments where you just cry and the release is good. But after that happens, I need you to remember who you are in God, and understand no weapon formed against you will prosper. I am convinced that at this time, at this moment in history, that God is raising up an army to bring America back to Him. And I will stand on that truth until America is back to a country where we are not slaughtering innocent children, that we are not commercing our children for profit, that we are not allowing the court systems to profit off of the destruction of our families. I believe that 100%. And I believe that every single one of you, God has given you this time to remember who you are in Him. And let's raise up this army that no one can deny was created by God and His divine attributes for such a time as this. We are not to stay silent. Esther 4:14. A lot of people quote the last part of that scripture. They quote Esther 4:14b, but they forget that Esther 4:14a says, "For if you stay silent, surely your people will die." And then they go on to quote Esther 4:14b, which is, "For God has raised you up for such a time as this. God has made you for such a time as this." That's the Joel Osteen fluff, all right? The first part of that verse is equally as important, and it says, "For if you stay silent, surely your people will die." We're not silent anymore, and there is no more death that will happen to our children or our families. We are getting loud, and we are getting louder, and then we will be the loudest, and no one will be able to ignore us. Not the judges, not the attorneys, not the guardian ad litems, not the state agents, the sheriffs, sheriff deputies, none of them will be able to ignore us, and none of them will bring us death any longer, because we are no longer silent. We were made for such a time as this, and we fear nothing. 365 times in the Bible, God says, "Do not fear" or "fear not." Every single day we wake up, and guess what? We have nothing to fear. We are coming, and we are coming peacefully, we are coming lawfully, but we will be there, and we will not stay silent.
Remove the speaker. If you're not going to sit down,
You
we
have
have
been
other
made
people.
aware, and you have all.
Next speaker.
Service has been provided.
You can't pay someone to violate federal law when you receive federal funding.
And turned our children into nothing more than a pipeline of financial commodity.
They come to my house and they removed all 5 of my grandchildren and scattered them all over the state of Alabama.
Constitution of the United States of America is the overarching requirements that every state must follow.
When 2 or more agents operate under the color of law and deprive children and families of their rights secured and protected by the Constitution, that is a criminal conspiracy under 18 U.S.C. 241.
They had no court orders, no signed documents from a judge. But
14th Amendment, that's where it says that no state shall create or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges and immunities of United States citizens.
DHR showed up at hospitals and took our newborn babies and placed them for adoption.
It says whoever is made aware of a crime, of a felony crime, that is cognizable by any court of the United States and does not report that to some civil or military authority as soon as possible commits a felony in itself.
We found out through a whistleblower that the hospitals are asked to put pictures up of these mothers. When they go in to have these babies, they see these pictures and they are advised to call DHR. When those mothers check in to have those babies, that's how they know to come and pick up these newborns.
Police officers, prosecutors, judges, they're all under a contract. That's a contract to perform based upon the oath or affirmation they took to support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
I'm here to remind each and every one of you that you swore an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States. And because this council is being made aware of the crimes that are being committed in this city, you now, under 18 U.S.C. 4, misprision of felony, you now have a duty to report those crimes.
I'm here today to let you guys know that if you continue to pay these public officials to violate the Constitution, the criminal sanctions can come from that.
You all are being served with an affidavit of criminal conspiracy. This is containing prima facie evidence of crimes that have been committed within this city.
Your
Our
time
children
is
are
up.
not for
Thank you
sale.
very much.
Parents
Next
do not have
speaker.
revenue
Next
streams, and
speaker.
no system can profit off of the destruction
Could
of our
we
families.
remove the speaker? If you're not going to sit down,
You
we
have
have
been
other
made
people.
aware, and you have all.
Next speaker.
Jones.
I'm hearing that this is your last lifetime here. If you are seeing this message on your FYP, congratulations. You have done something extremely great in your lifetime, and this is your last lifetime here. I'm picking up on someone who has lived a very difficult life path where you were persecuted by every single person in your life. You were attacked left and right by dark spirits and entities and just targeted your entire life. And I'm getting that because you moved through all of these attacks and stayed a pure heart, a pure soul, that you stayed a generally good person, that this is your last lifetime here. So I'm also picking up that you most likely went through a near-death experience, okay? This is specifically for someone who has had a near-death experience in their lifetime. And that when you crossed over to the other side, you basically made a deal with the gods to be able to come back, right? And that if you fulfilled this deal, that you would not only get great success and riches, but that this would be your last lifetime here. And that through this near-death experience, you were resurrected and put on an alternate timeline so that you could achieve this. I'm definitely picking up on heavy starseed energy for this message, but definitely chosen ones, okay? You are definitely a starseed and you have starseed DNA, and I'm also picking up on many indigo children, okay? Specifically indigo 3 children. So I was hearing that song, Enemies by Imagine Dragons. That shows me that literally everyone in your life was your enemy, basically. That everyone turned on you, that you walked this life with everyone attacking you, left and right, where you constantly had to look over your shoulder. It was just like you just went through a lot of betrayal. Before you came here, you basically chose the absolute most difficult life path. That if there were difficulty levels, yours was like the max of all maxes of difficulty level. And because you walked through all of these challenges staying a good person, that you are going to be rewarded. I'm literally hearing God's favorite creation. You are God's favorite creation, and that your reward is basically not ever having to physically incarnate here ever again. So good job. I'm so excited for you. You are going to do really great and amazing things, and this is your destiny. So if you have been wondering whether to step into your destiny, this is your sign. Okay, this is your confirmation that everything that you walk through in your life was for a reason and is going to be rewarded, and that this is your last lifetime here. So let that motivate you. So excited for you. Keep going, beautiful soul. If this resonated for you, please let me know and drop into the comments who you are and what you're doing. Even give me a picture here because I'm so excited for you. I want to root you on. And I give free readings in my lives. If you would like a free reading from me, give me a follow and catch me in my lives. I mainly do collective readings, but sometimes I do free readings. And if you would like a private reading from me, the link is in my bio. I'm sorry, my cat is here trying to get in on the video. I love you guys so much. If you got it this far into the video, drop me a little fire emoji to show me some love and support. I love you guys so much. Keep going. You are such a wonderful, magnificent soul.
This may sound
Next speaker.
I guess that is in the States. But again, it's right in front of you. I know that is the States, but it can't be a conspiracy if it's going on in the States as well. But they'll say what they want, right? Because in children's aid minds, they can do no wrong. That's why my children are currently living. And again, that relates to Sullivan. I've track my children in every house they've been in. Doesn't mean I went and got them. I'm choosing to do it the legal way, even though they were kidnapped. And there it is again. Eve. They use your children as a weapon. We're not giving in to their
The reason why.
demands. So Jacqueline Walters, a conflict of interest, a woman who was once paid by the society, is now a judge in family court, where she rules on cases. So she decides whether or not you get your parental rights. I explained to her how they are violating the laws, under my civil rights, how they're breaking the laws, that they literally have no evidence and they did not perform an investigation. Her response was, "You just want to be right." So he wanted me to go. Why don't you just give in to their demands, Bend the knee. Get the eval and, relieve their worries. Why should I have to do that? If they're in the wrong, why should I have to give in to their demands? They only have the power we allow them to have. Our taxes, our children. That is how they build their empire. I find it interesting when you go through their accounting. They do not tell you how much they spend on legal expenses, which is avoiding accountability. They are supposed to tell you, so they don't want you to know, because then you'll know how much they shouldn't be spending. So I went ahead and this is the disclosure. Mm. Guilty fabricated. No charge found. Because, I don't know, fabricated. Where is the hidden Lord? They instantly accused the children's aid of this, knowing the card they were going to play was going to be the mental evaluation card. And I knew that while they were doing that, they were going to continue to do every tactic they've used on every other person who's accused them of such things. So all I had to do, unfortunately, but given my ex-wife's decision, these kids weren't coming home if she could help it, and I was going to be dead. So I took the situation I was in and I did what I do. I survived. Interestingly enough, this is from a spider picture, a spider video, called Define the Truth. Truth is, they lied in order to keep my children, and they want me to get this mental evaluation so I could be misdiagnosed because
I would like to remain anonymous is because I found that the more I've spoken out about the Children's Aid Society, the more they've gone and made a very concerted effort to make my life more difficult and create problems between myself and my children. So if it means silencing you somehow by using your child as a pawn.
Well, if they've already lost their kid, they really have nothing further to lose. They should be speaking out. It's the people who have their kids that should be very careful.
I know I'm not alone in everything that's happened to me, but I want people to know that CS actually destroyed my family and didn't help my family at all. They tore it completely apart, and it's not going to ever be back together again.
that is what they do. They destroy. This is a video of the first time Renee comes to meet with Brittany. We are getting a new worker with them because I called the police on the other one, who don't do anything but call the Children's Aid and tell them exactly what you said, which they then turn around and use that against you as well. Which is another issue because you're supposed to be able to report concerns without any sort of retaliation. It is against the law to use somebody's children as a way to extort people. But then again, let's look at that is hostages, children reaching out for their parents, while the Children's Aid use the child protective laws to justify their actions. That's why they're standing there cross-armed while the children are reaching out for help. That is a hostage situation. Now, there's your deed. Now, I'm told in my reading that I'm going to have training and everything, which I'll play eventually. Actually, no, I'm going to play it now because it has a part. This is how I became spiritual.
Dennis, you have a lot of deja vus. You are very open in your dreams. That's why you can see the future. You are also a very gifted empath and need to shield yourself from the negative people in your life. You are absorbing too much. Learn to focus and ground yourself so you can release the crap you've taken in. You are also letting your stress get the better of you. Use a sunstone for boosting your energy. You need to stop worrying about finances and what you're overthinking because you are creating the wrong reality. Look forward, be brave, face your fears, and know you have the power within to defeat your own darkness. February 2021 is your time to rock and roll. New job or position, better frame of mind, and you will be driven to go after what you want. There is training or education involved with this new opportunity, but if you listen to your heart, you will defeat your own doubts. Go for it, let the wheel of fortune finally spin in your favor. From now until February is your time for self-discovery and finding the strength from within to conquer what no longer serves you. Be the captain of your own ship.
Now, the February, it was, in fact, a day where things changed. And we'll get to that. But I'm going to show you one more thing. See? That is the Wheel of Fortune when it turns into my favor. What that just became the Holy Grail. Now, the Holy Grail was not this. That's not what Jesus used at the Last Supper. The Holy Grail was a wooden bowl. Now, it's said that this wooden bowl was used to catch his blood during his crucifixion, and it disappeared. There's your bowl. But it also, when turned that way, is Egyptian hieroglyphics for bread, for loaf, the key symbol, which is the Eucharist in the church. The Christian rite. But if that wasn't enough, 9 levels of hell. So I guess I shouldn't be surprised This AI is retarded. Oh, look at that, Ojibwe. She was a victim of domestic violence, was then punished, and ended up killing herself because she got tired of fighting for years, going through the hell that CAS puts you through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What those are the years they're interested in the children. Anything 10 and up, they don't give a shit about. But if they don't snatch them right as a baby, there's their funnel. 8, 9 years old. We'll go back to this now. So my question is, this is the very day we are getting this new worker, Rene de Rochers. Why is this weekend not mentioned in any notes whatsoever? And why is this what comes next? How broken the society is. So even she's admitting that the society's broken. They're not living with their father. It's now separating it. So there, she's made the unbiased opinion that they're not living with me. This is the day. They're after my daughter. And there's Renee in Astral, apparently. You can hear it. And Purity. It's Renee. So this is before she was even my worker, interestingly enough. Which explains why she mocks my religion and my research and alters everything I say and fabricated the documents in order to try and gain custody of my children because she guarantees they're not going to live with the father. My parents were marked for death. That's what that was. As part of their destiny. I think pretty. No. They're cutting jobs due to budget cuts. Right? Not so much. That's part of my destiny. Christmas, right? It was February 6th for this one. But Christmas was when I got really upset. I really started to miss them. My first words were gully gully. But it turns out Anthony D. Paul, D. Marco, Mark of the Beast. Darcy, sonic plating of darkness, great dragon, not insane. That's what my daughter wrote for happy birthday when she decided to have my birthday on the 13th instead of the 31st. Calculate the number of the beast it calculates to. We were told to learn how to communicate, so we did. Here is wisdom. Let he who has understanding calculate the number of the beast, for it is a human number. And that number is 666. Hamilton Children's Aid Society, 603 score 6. If that's not enough. N times profit. Stina Hart chaos. They equal the same thing. Tear apart the cabal. Papadopoulos. Well, interestingly enough, there's Helen Papadopoulos, Ontario.ca. Aerosmith Road, poachers of the Holy Lamb of God. Mysterious feelings, poaching. Now, apparently my ex is pregnant with twins. My soul contract, Cherubim and the Flaming Sword, Spartacus Wise Path. That's who I was in a previous life. This is my last incarnation. This was my mission. Age of Rochers. Dark Souls, Ideology. Cloaked in Innocence. The Number of a Man, 666. Azazel and Brittany Guittard, Number of a Man, 666. Kevin Sullivan versus Dennis Muggeridge. Our war is not against flesh and blood. NOI destroys Hamilton Children's Aid. 361, 361. Baba Yaga, the Rochers. Beelzebub, 600, 3 score 6. And here's where it gets interesting. As of 2023-2024, the fiscal year, Ontario reported an average of approximately 8,200 children and youth in each month. Here's the breakdown of that number. 4,038 of them were in the care of the welfare agency or in customary care. 37 on those members, 2,622 of them, children and youth, were in kinship service arrangements. So 2,622 plus 4,038 comes to the number 666, 0. But using the reduction cipher, you get rid of the 0, and you're left with 666. That is a human number, or it is the number of children not returning home. Calculate the number of the beast. 8122. That's the percentage of children not going home. And it's not going home because, written exactly like Renee said, it's broken. Chaos curses placed on me and my family. That's an anagram for Children's Aid Society of Hamilton. Well, Wandering Souls candles, right? Wandering Souls, Revelation 13. That he who has wisdom, understanding, calculate the number of the beast. A withering curse, innocent person, insanely wicked. Altered your future, deceives everyone. Peace, prepare for war. Calculates to the lawyer I had. My mission on earth. Made it all about me. So, keep going. There's Solomon again, right? That's exactly what I've been doing. Exactly what God told me to do. Seven years, I was told. This is an entire timeline of my spiritual journey. Hamilton Child and Family Supports, St. Joe's Healthcare, same person. Children's Aid Society of Hamilton. I'll go through this entirety in another video. Right now, it's just to prove a point. Don't imagine that I came to bring peace to the earth. I came not to bring peace, but a sword. Dennis James Muggeridge Coward. I got 50% of my dad's name. Why is Dennis the sword? 31. Separate the tares from the goats, the sheep. Death of the firstborn. Light workers. %, spiritual. Which again is a D shape. Mental state is intuitive. You have a higher vision. Forced removal from bloodlines. That comes from wandering souls. So you want me to kill myself? It was August 31st, my birthday, the child date, 636. Or 606. 666, sorry. We can avenge the dead. Leverage Coward's family curse.
She rose early to pray.
She rose early to pray.
I woke expecting my wife beside me.
She rose early to pray.
That her husband would stay with her.
That her husband would stay with her.
We were. I thought we were in agreement.
We were.
Were?
The gods came to me last night. The gods came to me last night. In my sleep.
What did they show you?
My husband on his knees, bowing before a great red serpent. The life draining from his veins.
What meaning did you take from it?
A warning. If you go to war, you are destined for great and unfortunate things.
They get I worship the mountain wolf. They place no faith in snakes. It was just a dream.
And if it isn't?
I gave my word, Sarah. Blood and honor. It speaks to the man. Nothing will keep me from returning to your arms. Not the Jedi, not the Romans, not the gods themselves.
Most of us were not violent by nature. We all had our problems with authority. But none of us were sociopaths. On the fringe, blood and bullets are the rule of law. And if you're a man with convictions, violence is inevitable.
Do you see what you're doing to this club?
I was risking my ass for this club.
Bullshit.
If this is my fate, if this is the path the gods have truly set me upon, then they will not see me fall.
The gods would set you on the proper path. All you have to do is close your eyes and place yourself in their hands.
And if you are wrong?
Then I will give your city a great spectacle of blood. Blood and honor. It speaks to the man.
Do you not see it in his eyes? This is a man with dreams of blood and glory.
Blood there, Ambrosia. The arena, their mountaintop.
Gladiators.
We are gladiators. We are slaves.
Gladiators are far from common slaves.
The burden of choice and conscience equally removed.
There is no choice.
We are truly free when we fight.
There is always a choice.
Spartacus is a man to be held as an example. The slave ignites the arena. One day the flame should set him free.
He is a champion.
Gannicus has proven himself to the city of Capua.
As we once stood.
Let him be rewarded with freedom.
Freedom is not a stick of wood. To be presented as bone to obedient dog, it is a thing all men deserve.
There stood a time when you followed your heart in matters of blood. What does it tell you?
That we are different men now.
I will not die a faceless slave forgotten by history. Stand with me, and we shall rise together.
We have shown them that a trembling hand can become a fist.
One day, all the Republic will marvel at the sight of us.
You will become the greatest Lannister in the Republic.
Under such a title, we will climb beyond our station, continue on this path, beyond Capua.
And we will have the wall!
Perhaps the very steps of the Senate itself. Even if life fades, my hand shall yet be felt. Every beam, every
stone in this fucking house
bears the mark of Asher.
Asher! Fucking Victor! I've given my life to this Ludus.
What is beneath your feet?
No, they stole it from you.
Sacred ground, Doctor. Watered with tears of blood.
From all of us.
Your tears. Your blood.
I would put unfortunate past behind us.
We are both monsters, lives. Let us be so together.
And seize glorious future.
And seize the fucking heavens.
This is the reason you provoked the Romans?
Fight for her.
For the memory of your woman?
Every life you take, the blood you shed, for love, she will see it from the afterlife.
Greatest cause of all. Then I shall fill her eyes.
Whatever happens to my people, it happens because we choose, friend. We decide our fates, not you, not the Romans.
Sound horn!
Not even the gods.
Not the gods themselves.
I have done this thing because it is just. Blood demands blood. We have lived and lost at the whims of our masters for too long. I would not have it.
Your lives are your own. I am a free man. Forge your own path.
Or join with us.
Join me.
Together, we shall see Rome tremble!
Spartacus.
Spartacus. That is not what she called me.
That is not what she called me.
That is not my name. That is not my name.
That is not my name.
It is now.
I shall finally hear it again. Given voice, my loving wife. In greeting bountiful, we shall greet you in the afterlife, my brother. One day, Rome shall fade and crumble, yet you shall always be remembered.
Part ways.
In the hearts of all who yearn for freedom
And live free.
there is no greater victory than to fall from this world a free man.
And the interesting thing is they never found his body. But there's your red serpent. You go to war. Still, no ordinary indigo sword for the greater glory of God. I want to tell you a story. Let the children be free. this isn't enough.
Most of us were not violent by nature. We all had our problems with authority. But none of us were sociopaths. On the fringe, blood and bullets are the rule of law. And if you're a man with convictions, violence is inevitable.
Do you see what you're doing to this club?
I was risking my ass for this club.
Bullshit.
This is about war. And maybe tomorrow. Next month.
No!
Maybe 10 years from now.
Now!
Someone wearing a Reaper will cut your heart out.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
Down!
Knock, knock.
In some aspects of things. For a change, I won't be doing very much talking. From another video I made. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave comments. Yeah, so we'll take it from there.
Great and unfortunate thing.
You are destined for great and unfortunate things.
You are forever conjuring the impossible. And I would not wager against you in the final gambit yet. Odds are not of a favor. No. They are not. We're but nipped at the ankle of the beast. To bear teeth in its throat, I now fear the reprisal. I would have us free. Truly free. And we shall face his legions in open battle.
That's supposed to be
We stand in the shadow of great
according to a
light,
rune Paul
as their republic
in the
charges
Children's Aid
across the
documents.
lives of every man, every
And
woman,
I'm delusional.
and every child condemned to the
Basically,
darkness
it's telling
of
me
slavery.
stupid.
Forced to toil and suffer, so that those of coin and position can see their fortunes grow beyond need or purpose. Let us teach them that all who draw breath are of equal worth, and that those that seek to place heel upon the throat of liberty will fall to the cry of freedom.
You hid your skeletons when I had shown you as he watched the last one fall. And I heard him say, I promised you, Dad, not to do the things you've done. I'll walk away from trouble when I can.
It's your first look inside the house known as the Portal to Hell, a place where demons supposedly wrought havoc with a helpless family, in horror straight out of The Exorcist.
The power of Christ compels you!
This man just bought the notorious house in Gary, Indiana, for the bargain-basement price of $35,000.
What compelled you to buy this house?
I have a passion for investigating claims of paranormal.
Zach
They're leaving her?
She can stay inside.
Imagine being able to build anything just by thinking about it. Meet Base 44, a complete AI creation platform made for anyone with an idea and a drive to bring it to life.
Michael, eles não ligam pra gente. Michael, eles não ligam pra gente.
Your perfect domain is out there. Go to Wix and make it yours. Claim your space online. Own your name, your brand, your breakthrough. And the rest just clicks. It all starts with a domain. What's yours?
Make tax paperwork disappear. Connect to your accounts, and we'll automatically import your documents. Ta-da! Now this is taxes.
I'm smoking sour, married to the game, but she broke her vows. That's why my bars are full of broken bottles, and my nightstands are full of open Bibles. I think about more than I forget, but I don't go around fire expecting not to sweat. And these niggas know I lay them down, make your bed. Bitches try to kick me while I'm down, I break your leg. Money outweighing problems on a triple beam. I'm sticking to the script, you niggas skipping scenes. Be good or be good at it. Fucking right, I got my gun, semi-caught, I'm at it. Yeah, put the dick in their mouth, so I guess it's fuck what they say. I'm high as a bitch, up and away, man. I come down in a couple of days. Okay, you want me up in the cage, then I'll come out in beast mode. I got this world stuck in a safe combination, is the cheat code. It's Weezy, motherfucker, blood gang, and I'm in bleed mode. All about my dope, but I don't even check the peephole. So you could keep knocking, but won't knock me down. No love lost, no love found.
It's a little too late to say that you're sorry now. You kicked me when I was down, but what you say just don't hurt me.
That's right,
it don't hurt me.
I don't need you
no more.
Don't wanna see you no more. Bitch,
you get no love. You show me nothing but hate. You ran me into the ground, but what comes around goes around. And you don't hurt me.
That's right,
you don't hurt me.
And I don't need you
no more.
Don't wanna see you. Bitch,
you get no love. You get no love.
And I don't need you no more. Get 'em.
I'm alive again, more alive than I have been in my whole entire life. I can see these people's ears perk up as I begin to spaz with the pen. I'm a little bit sicker than most. Shit's finna get thick again. They say the competition is stiff, but I get a hard dick from the shit, now stick it in. I ain't never giving in again. Caution to the wind, complete freedom. Look at these rappers, how I treat them. So why the fuck would I join them when I beat them? They call me a freak cause I like to spit on these pussies before I eat them. Man, get these whack cocksuckers off stage. Where the fuck is Kanye when you need him? Snatch the mic from him, bitch, I'ma let you finish in a minute. Yeah, the rappers tight, but I'm fine with the greatest verse of all time. So you might wanna go back to the lab tonight and scribble out them rhymes you were gonna spit and start over from scratch and write new ones. But I'm afraid that it ain't gonna make no difference when I rip the stage and tear it in half tonight. It's an adrenaline rush, you feel the bass dump from the place all the way to the parking lot, fellow. Set fire to the mic and ignite the crowd. You can see the sparks from hot metal, cold-hearted from the day I guarded the game. My soul started to rock, fellow. When I'm not even in my harshest, you can still get roasted, cause Marcia's now mellow till I'm top, pulling from the top. I'm not gonna stop, I'm standing on my monopoly board. That means I'm on top of my game, and it don't stop till my hip don't hop anymore. When you're so good that you can't say, cause it ain't even cool for you to sound cocky anymore. People just get sick cause you spit, these fools can't drool or dribble or drop anymore. And you can never break my stride, you never slow the momentum in it kicked me when I was down, but what you say just don't hurt.
Yeah, that's right,
it don't hurt.
And I don't need you
no more.
Don't wanna see you no more. Bitch,
You get no love. You show me nothing but hate. You ran me into the ground, but what comes around comes around. And you don't hurt.
that's right,
You don't hurt.
And I don't need you
no more.
Don't wanna see you no more. Bitch,
You get no love. You get no love.
And I don't need you no more. Bitch,
You get no love.
You make your grocery list? Pay for your bucket list.
We're ready for takeoff.
Make so much more than money when you earn Scene Plus points with Scotiabank Everyday Banking. Conditions apply. Learn more at scotiabank.com/banking packages. You're richer than you think.
I got it from my daddy. Daddy. I feel nice. You look nice. 널 보자마자 나 어머나 땡 잡았어. Don't think twice. 이미 게임 끝났어. You be my curry. I'll be your rice. My name is PS1. 한국말로 박재상. 너의 변한 눈동자 빠져서 헤엄치고파. 오빠 달린다. 꽉 붙잡아 언니야. 나는 아름다운 아가. C의 동반자. Hold up, wait a minute. 지금부터 선수끼리 밤이 아까워. Turn up louder. 불타오르는 아름다운 그대여. How you like me now? How you like me now? How you like me now? How you like me now?
Hey, where'd you get that body from? Where'd you get that body from? Where'd you get that body from?
I got it from my daddy. I got it from my daddy. I got it, got it.
Hey, where'd you get that body from?
I got it from my daddy. I got it from my daddy. I got it, got it.
Hey, where'd you get that body from?
I got it from my dad. Daddy. I got it from my dad. Daddy. I'm on fire. Take you higher. 넌 한 폭의 명작. 난 아낌없는 buyer. Don't be a liar. 까고 말해봐요. I'll be your honey. Never expire. 낮이는 잠마자 밤이 오면 상남자. 널 보자마자 나 너무 좋아서 어기가 딱 보면 hand me down. 신나면 너리 let me down. 오빠가 깜빡이 아끼고 훅 get me down. Hold up, wait a minute. 지금부터 선수끼리 밤이 아까워. Turn up louder. 불타오르는 아름다운 그대여. How you like me now? How you like me now? How you like me now? How you like me now?
Hey, where'd you get that body from? Where'd you get that body from? Where'd you get that body from?
I got it from my daddy. I got it from my daddy. I got it, got it.
Hey, where'd you get that body from?
I got it from my daddy. I got it from my daddy. I got it, got it.
Hey, where'd you get that body from?
I got it from my dad. Daddy. I got it from my dad.
강남스타일 강남스타일 낮에는 따사로운 인간적인 여자 커피 한 잔에 여유를 아는 품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 너는 선어해 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선어해 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선어해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선어해 그런 선어해 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 hey. 그래 바로 너 hey. 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 hey. 그래 바로 너 hey. 지금부터 갈 때까지 가볼까 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 에이 섹시 레이디 오빤 강남스타일 에이 섹시 레이디 성숙해 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 여자 이때다 싶으면 묶었던 머리 푸는 여자 가렸지만 웬만한 노출보다 야한 여자 그런 감각적인 여자 나는 선어해 점잖아 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 선어해 내가 되면 완전 미쳐버리는 선어해 근육보다 사상이 울퉁불퉁한 선어해 그런 선어해 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 hey. 그래 바로 너 hey. 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 hey. 그래 바로 너 hey. 지금부터 갈 때까지 가볼까 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 에이 섹시 레이디 오빤 강남스타일 에이 섹시 레이디 B는 놈 그 위에 나는 놈 Baby baby 나는 뭘 좀 아는 놈 B는 놈 그 위에 나는 놈 Baby baby 나는 뭘 좀 아는 놈 You know what I'm saying 오빤 강남스타일 Hey sexy lady 오빤 강남스타일 Hey sexy lady 오빤 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일
As a kid, you believed in magic. Every now and then, you believe in it again. It's not just electrified. It's the Lexus RZ.
I always come back like a sickness. Don't let anybody scare you on my system. The audacity to call yourself the victim. Kick me down, say it's not malicious. Thought it was bad, this heartache is happening. I fall asleep to the television, down to the sound of you.
Yeah, y'all know what it is. Katy Perry, Juicy J. Let's rage.
I knew you were gonna come to me. And here you are, but you better choose carefully. 'Cause I'm capable of anything, and everything. Make me your Aphrodite, make me your one and only. Don't make me your enemy, your enemy, your enemy. So you wanna play with magic? Boy, you should know what you're falling for. Baby, do you dare to do this? 'Cause I'm coming at you like a dark horse. Are you ready for a perfect storm, perfect storm? 'Cause what's your mind, what's your mind?
There's no going back.
Mark my words, this love will make you levitate like a bird without a cage. Down to earth, if you choose to walk away, don't walk away. It's in the palm of your hand now, baby. It's a yes or no, no maybe. So just be sure before you give it all to me, all to me. Give it all to me. So you wanna play with magic? Boy, you should know what you're falling for. Baby, do you dare to do this? 'Cause I'm coming at you like a dark horse. Are you ready for a perfect storm, perfect storm? 'Cause what's your mind, what's your mind?
There's no going back.
She's a beast. I call her karma. She eats your heart out like Jeffrey Dahmer. Be careful, try not to lead her on. Shorty heart is on steroids, 'cause her love is so strong. You may fall in love when you meet her. If you get the chance, you better keep her. She's sweet as pie, but if you break her heart, she turns cold as a freezer. That fairy tale ending with a knight in shiny armor. She can be my sleeping beauty. I'm gon' put her in a coma. Damn, I think I love her. Shot it so bad, I sprung and I don't care. She wrapped me like a roller coaster, turned the bedroom into a fair. Her love is like a drug. I was trying to hit it and quit it, but lil' mama so dope, I messed around and got addicted.
So you wanna play with magic? Boy, you should know what you're falling for. Baby, do you dare to do this? 'Cause I'm coming at you like a dark horse. Are you ready for a perfect storm, a perfect storm? 'Cause what's your mind, what's your mind?
There's no going back.
I'm here to sell you something in a way that we think is cool.
But what's cool to you is being unapologetically you and playing on your own terms. Because at this online casino, you play you.
So you're looking for an online casino in Ontario and you don't know where to start? Tap into next level thrills with BetMGM, where you can find the excitement of a live casino right on your phone. Get nostalgic with BetMGM's newest game, Friends, the one with multi-draw.
That is the end of today's episode. That's episode 1. I know it jumps around a little bit, but it is what it is. There's a lot to explain and how it all connects and why it is what it is. And whether you want to believe me on the spiritual stuff or not, that's your choice. But it doesn't change the fact, the evidence that's right in front of you. Now, I thought I was going to have to wait in order to get proof that they were switching things, but I also have a court case coming up, so they more than likely wanted to make sure that they had it all switched before I went in and made these claims, not realizing all the stuff I did have saved. And while doing that, they gave me the exact evidence I needed to prove my case. Now, I'm expecting a judge paid by them, no doubt. Which is why this video is being made and why others will be made throughout the week. I'm not giving up. The children will be returned. And for once, they will be held accountable for their actions, as they are always saying the parents need to be, when they're the actual problem. They are legalized human traffickers, and it's all done through the government. And I'm not Nancy Schaefer. I'm not. A bullet to the head only gets rid of me as far as the physical aspect goes. So, please tell your friends, share, like, subscribe, leave any comments. This needs to get out. That way everyone can pass it along. Thank you.